Let us not mask our difficulties. Let us not tell our people lies. Let us tell it as it is. Unemployment is 41%, and it includes people who are discouraged.
Let's leave out this expanded explanation of unemployment in the country, because we don't know what those people are doing.
But who decides not to work? There are homemakers there who prefer not to work. Yeah. There are people who have not actively gone to seek an employment. So you cannot even include those people. If you put that 9%, it means you are also putting people who prefer. There are housewives, housemen, husbands.
Unemployment is in fact 41%, not 32.9%. 10% people, where are you hiding them?
If you are still voting for the ANC in 2025, ask yourself, do I hate my country, or have I just been lied to for 30 years? Greetings, my fellow South Africans. I'm Kondos, and welcome to Inkari is Time, where we speak truth to power. Today, we are addressing the painful reality many are afraid to admit. The ANC is no longer the People's Party. It's a political brand masking a neoliberal project. Steve Biko warned us, black faces signing white capitalist laws.
So my point here is that unemployment is in fact at 41% and increasing. I think we should capture it like that, because if we say it's 32.9%, we are putting the other 9% under the rug and pretending that they don't exist. What
are the official Stats SA's figures? Let's record what come from Stats SA. Can we get the right stats?
Sure.
Esther.
Chairperson, there are two definitions of unemployment, the narrow and the expanded. So the figures that are normally quoted are the narrow definition figures. So this is the narrow definition. Mr. Molefe is correct that if we were to use the expanded definition, then it would be but it's a decision that the committee can take. Both of them are correct. Thank you.
The false liberation. In 1994, we thought we were free. But in 1996, gear replaced the RDP. Jobs were casualized. Land reform was frozen. State assets were sold off. Who gained? Not the poor, not the landless, not the unemployed. It was a handover, not a revolution. This is what Steve Biko meant. Black leaders in office, but not in power. Neoliberal puppets. Parliament has become a theatre of betrayal. ANC MPs, narcissists with no plan, insult the very people who voted them into office. They mock unemployed homemakers and ignore desperate youth. And every election cycle, they return with slogans, but no substance.
Honorable Makuela, Honorable Squad.
Honorable Chairperson, when Stats SA publishes their stats, they take out the narrow definition, which is the 32.9%. And they further indicate that what makes them exclude the expanded definition, because the expanded definition takes into account somebody who is of the age of who can work but who decides not to work. There are homemakers there who prefer not to work. Yeah. There are people who have not actively gone to seek an employment. So you cannot even include those people. If you put that 9%, it means you are also putting people who prefer. There are housewives, housemen, husbands who prefer not, but they are within the age limit of a person that is defined to be between the age of 16 and 65, who is a person that can be in the active work. So if we say we are going to include all that, we are going to miss the mark. We can use it for our own politicking and arguing and think that we want to project a crisis in the country, which is not correct, and it is not something that we should be pursuing. But we should be sticking to what the official statistics are, and the official statistics are the 32.9%.
Okay. All right, guys. While I notes for your teaching, I was a dilute. Please write the notes.
I wanted to clarify something, Chair, on this thing of people that are deliberately not looking forward. On people that are unemployed, that are deliberately not looking forward. It's not true, Chair.
Okay.
There are people of the statistics, Chair.
Let's do like
there are
this.
people that have given up work but are able to work. There are 2.2 million. How many people in South Africa are unemployed?
Honorable President.
In terms of the numbers, and you can't say it's not a crisis, Chair.
Honorable President, I didn't allow Honorable Ryder and others and Khadeb. Yeah, what you do as you are seated behind your teaching, just write the notes to them. Yeah. Would like dilute, and it will create a problem for us. We don't contest what you are saying, but the process that we are in now should be driven properly. And Honorable Squatty and Honorable Maud.
Yeah, Chair, why we wouldn't want to use the expanded is for the fact that it is clearly stated. If you go and look at the definition of what it means expanded, it includes people who are discouraged to look forward. It includes people who are engaged in informal sector, which is not accounted for. Now, people who are in the informal sector does not necessarily that they are not economically active. They are active, but not in a way that is being recorded and it's accounted for. No, informal sector is not a crisis. It's not. Don't talk behind my back and say it's a crisis to be in informal sector. It's because people have created their own opportunities. They've seen opportunities elsewhere. Now, where I come from, somebody was just saying, I've been to Limpopo, blah, blah, and it looks like everybody's stealing there because there are big houses everywhere. No. It's because those people, majority of them are actually involved in this informal sector, which is not accounted for in the economy. So that does not necessarily mean it's a crisis if people are working for themselves in the informal economy. So I'm saying let's deal with, let's leave out this expanded explanation of unemployment in the country and deal with this one that we can all agree on. Because we don't know what those people are doing when they are not really in their offices or in workplaces where it is regarded to be a formal economic activity. Thanks, Chair.
The alliance of hypocrisy. The ANC, SACP, COSATU alliance, a hollow shell. It once stood for the working class. Now it protects political careers, not the people. The committees in parliament know what must be done, but they choose cowardice. Why? Because the system fits them. They are paid to pretend. You are suffering in reality.
It will be important that we use the expanded definition because that's a reality. And I think as this committee, we should be the first to accept that this is a ticking time bomb that is facing us as policymakers of this country.
Chair, unemployment is a crisis in South Africa. Even if we take the narrow definition at 32%, it's still a crisis. And I think maybe we should acknowledge it here. But the 41%, according to Stats SA, is people who are discouraged, not necessarily having informal business and so on, but they've been looking for work for so long that now they are discouraged. They don't even have the energy to go and look for work again. I don't know if this committee should now spit in those people's faces and say, yeah, Lena, you were unemployed and now you are discouraged and so on, and we no longer count you. No, Chair, I don't think it's right. I don't think it's right if those people are listening now at home that we are about to say that they don't matter, they should not be in that statistic, they should not be part of the problem that needs to be solved. The problem that needs to be solved is a 41% problem, Chair. It's not less than 41%. And if we reduce it, because we don't want to make it look like a crisis, even at 32%, it's a crisis. The sooner we accept that we have a problem, it's the first step of getting a solution, is accepting that we have a problem. We are now behaving like an alcoholic who's saying, no, I only had 2 beers, I'm not an alcoholic. So, Chair, let's be conservative in the way in which we approach this thing. If we resolve a problem for 41% unemployment and it turns out that in reality it was 32%, it's fine. But if we resolve a problem at 32% and find out that the real number is actually 41%, then we have a big problem because we understated our problem. Let us not mask our difficulties. Let us not tell our people lies. Let us tell it as it is. Unemployment is 41% and it includes people who are discouraged. Thank you, Chair.
Wake up, black people. We must stop waiting for salvation from a party that surrendered a long time ago. Orania was built from scratch. Why can't we build our own systems? Schools, clinics, technology, land banks. We must stop begging and start building. It's time to organize, not agonize. Inkari is time. It's not just a platform. It's a call to reject recycled leadership, to take back your power, to unlearn the lies.
Chair, I don't know why we want to politic when Stats SA gives you 2 things. One, they say it's unemployed, and then the one they say it's expanded. And they give you reasons why they call it expanded. You find 3.5 million people who are discouraged job seekers because they've been looking forever. And they are now hopeless. They're discouraged, but that doesn't make them employed. They are still unemployed, but they're discouraged because what else can they do? You leave the village, you don't have anything. You have to go to town to look for work. When you get to town, you must eat, you must pay electricity, you must pay rent, you end up going back to the village because you can't sustain being in town and you're not working. So, I say they must be excluded, those people. It's incorrect. And we're stating a fact that there is expanded unemployment definition, which gives you this certain scenario which is different. We're not doing this for campaigning or electioneering. It is a fact. It is given by an institution of the state, which is Stats SA, which is commissioned to do exactly that. So I don't know why we're debating, because we can just put it here and say, according to Stats SA, this is expanded unemployment, sitting at this percentage and this number of our people. But for us to want to sugarcoat it, and I don't know for what, because it's a fact, it is out there and our people know about it, Chair. I submit that let's put expanded. It's got nothing to do with us. It is what it is. That is the current situation we're faced with. Thank you, Chair.
The ancestors didn't die for MPs to mock the poor. They died for land, dignity, and self-determination. That dream isn't dead, but the ANC can't deliver it. It's time we do it ourselves. Like, share, and comment below. Do you still trust the ANC to deliver the promises of the Freedom Charter? Join the movement. Subscribe and follow Inkari. It's time. Let's build what they fail to do. Thank you for watching and take care.